Here with Matthew Minckler, 2023 Virginia Tech commit, playing for the Seacoast Pirates out of New Hampshire. Matthew, man, I appreciate the time.
Thank you for having me.
So I look at the scouting report and it talks about quick actions in the field, quick hands, smooth swing. How would you self-scout your game?
I think I'm a guy who uses speed and base running to my advantage. I'm not the biggest guy, but I have pretty decent gap-to-gap power, and try to get on base and try to wreak havoc on the base pass as much as possible.
Okay, you talked about speed a little bit there. 6'9" in the 60. Is that the all-time best for you, or how far down does it go?
Freshman year. I think I'm a 6'6", 6'5" nowadays.
Tell me how you're able to change the game then with the speed. You talk about what you're able to do in the base pass, but what does it mean to you to change the game with your speed?
Just trying to be as aggressive as possible. Like, if I'm the leadoff guy and I'm on first, then I have the pitcher think about me when he's throwing the second guy, and just trying to read every dirt ball and just try to take the extra 90.
When you're a leadoff guy, though, when you're trying to read a pitcher and you haven't really seen him much, what cues do you look for when knowing when to take off?
If he's a righty, I'm just gonna go first move. I mean lefty, I'm gonna go first move if I feel like I can beat the first base, second base throw. As a righty, I just watch the back heel, see if he's stepping off or turning around, and if not, second I see lift, I just go.
Being in New Hampshire obviously comes with its challenges in the spring schedule with the weather. How were you able to elevate yourself and elevate your game to the point where we're talking about you being a Virginia Tech commit?
It's just a lot of hard work in the winter and just taking a lot of swings and ground balls. We have nice facilities over there, big soccer fields and big cages indoors, so just trying to get in as much reps as possible, and even coming down south during the winter time and during the early springtime helps a lot.
Yeah, how key then for you was the travel season in elevating yourself? Because it's not the most heavily scouted area in the country.
There's some pretty good arms up there, actually, surprisingly. You know, Joe Allen, he's going to Clemson now. A couple of good arms, probably see low to mid 80s every day in my spring season. But coming down here is it's a huge difference. I mean, these guys play year round compared to 4 or 5 months out of the year, and these guys specialize in baseball. You know, they're all big, they're in the weight room all the time, so it's a lot different seeing this kind of pitching, and I think it helps a lot just getting more comfortable for the fall of 23.
But a lot of guys who come from the Northeast, the Midwest, pride themselves on being well-rounded athletes because they play other sports. Is that a big piece for you? Yeah,
I played basketball my whole life. I played soccer up until I was 13, and I think it's a huge thing for me, just staying quick and staying athletic and just having fun during the winter.
So you're the only major Division I commit in the class of 2023 in New Hampshire. What was the pull then for the Hokies for you to ultimately want to play in the ACC?
So my brother committed to Virginia, so we were looking around Virginia schools, and we had a connection to the coach of Virginia Tech, and I just fell in love with the campus. The coaches are great over there. I love the way they play. They don't, they like smaller, quicker guys sometimes. And it just fit really well with the coaches and the whole facility and the campus. I would go there if I wasn't an athlete, and that was the biggest thing for me.
All right, you talked to us a little bit about the game. I want to kind of see some things in motion, how you do what you do. I'm gonna have you grab your bat and take us through your setup.
Got it. So first of all, I like to have decently wide base, so I can stay grounded through my legs, not pop up too much, and just kind of drive through the ball. And I think the biggest thing for me is trying to stay gap to gap and not try to pull off the ball, and just sit on fastball middle away, and if it's a hung off speed, I can pull it. And my biggest key for me is just having my foot down, be on time. Like, if you're late, you're gonna rush a roll over, get jammed, and fly out to right. So I think the biggest thing for me is keep it simple with the legs and stay soft, and just get the foot down, let the hands play.
Matthew, man, thanks you so much for doing that. Appreciate it. Make sure everybody's following LakePoint Sports on all our social media channels. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube for so much more happening here on campus.